Okay, YouTube. As you can see, I started a new section. Yeah, no, I made a boo-boo. I forgot to hit record. I blame sheepy. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing a lot of the tables that I've said exist but don't exist yet. Off recording and stream. But not like. Basically, they'll be built. It's just I'll have to fill them in, and I'll do that on like recording and stream. And yeah. So basically, I think I started character creation, or basically the steps of character creation. And then I changed a little bit about tier 0 or solidified the rules for it, I would say. I actually forgot where I left off because so many ideas going in my head. But I was like, you know what? I want to start character creation. I know I'm not exactly done with ships. I'm not exactly done with ships. I will be going back and doing ships, but I wanna get character creation, at least the skeleton of it, done. I actually think I actually think it should be moved there. I actually think that should be moved there. So character creation. When creating a character in Solar Warp, it is very simple and a step-by-step process. The first thing you do is you roll your ability scores. After that, then you pick and fill out skills. Which I think. Oh my gosh, did I just rip? Oh, wonderful. Which I'm going to be doing kind of similar to. Skills are going to be somewhat similar to VTM, but they're going to sound more D&D. So basically, the way I think gonna have skills set up. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in. Go ahead and do skills. Skills. Or picking and filling out skills. Or wait, no, I already got that. When picking skills, you have we'll say you have 3 types. Actually, no, it's 4. 4 types. 4 types. And I will make a bulleted list? Yes. The first one is class skills. The second one is background. I just lost what so there's class skills, background skills, because you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put the one that I had like was going to be the fourth. I'm trying to think of a word for it. It's basically the skills that you don't get that are not within your class and background skills. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Had to go help my dad real quick. Okay, so back to the skills. I'm thinking racial skills was the third one I was gonna pick. But I don't think I want it to be racial. I think I'm gonna call them free skills. Basically skills that like... Oh, that was my cursor. Free skills. Skills that just about anybody has like running. Everybody can run. Climbing, everybody can climb. It just depends on how well you can climb. Seeing, like perception, except I don't think I'm gonna call it perception. I think I'm gonna call it see and hear. I think I actually might have a taste as well. See, hear, and taste. And then there's the basically the skills that are like a background skill would be knowledge skills. So like knowledge geography would be a background skill. Engineering, like knowledge, basically knowledge. Background skills are basically, for the most part, going to be knowledge skills. Class skills are going to be like skills, so like magecraft or like talesman craft. Although I think I'm just going to make it magecraft. No, it'll be like talesman craft or like rune craft. Leadership, I think, would be a background skill. But the fourth type of skill, which is skills are basically the skill. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but it's basically skills that your character whether not being basically it's not a class skill, it's not a background skill, and it's not a free skill that your character has. Another character might have it in those categories, but they are not like every character will have access to free skills. Like, they won't have to put any, they will have, like, 0, or, no, not 0. They will have, 1 tick in it. If it was, like, on a character sheet, they will have 1 dot. And that would mean that they don't get, negatives for it, but they also don't get any bonuses for it. Or bonuses from, reliability. They still add their, like, ability score bonuses. Um, I'm, like, thinking of this word. Like, what is the word I am trying to think of? I'm, like, thinking unassigned. But I'm not... I'm, like, thinking of a word for, like... I'm thinking of, like, distant skills. But that doesn't make sense. That sounds like... These are skills that are, like... I'm thinking, like, undesirable skills. But then that makes it sound like these skills are bad. Just trying to think of a word that would make sense. Man, what would it be? Oh, what is like the word I am, like, unassigned? But all skills that they don't pick are unassigned skills. Which is not true. Because these are skills that... So, filling out a skill has a cost. So adding another tick has, like, a cost to it. I will, when we go to ability scores, I will say what that what they use for that cost. But if it's a free skill, it's like you already have a dot in, but the cost to go up to 2 is 1 dot, and then the 3 is 3 dots. 3. No, not 3. 2. Background skills. If you get it with your background, or it is a skill that is within your background that you could have gotten while you were doing your background, it takes 1 to put 1 dot in, and 2 to put 2 dots in, and then, like, 4 to put 3. Class skills, you gain... Okay, so class skills are weird. Class skills... No. I'm not gonna go into this. I'm gonna go into that when I get this 4th, like, category of skills. So it's like skills that are harder to learn because they don't fall under your free skills, background skills, or class skills. So, like, challenge skills. Or challenging skills. challenging skills. So, class skills. Each category of skills comes from a different place in character creation. Ooh. So actually, skills should not come after, this should not come after ability scores. It should come after it should come after this. There we go. Because at that point you have picked your class, you have done your background. So now you just have your free skills. And you don't need... Free skills are like skills everybody has. And then challenging skills are skills that are not free. They're not a free skill. They are not within your background, and your class doesn't give them to you. Now, like background skills is like knowledge, geography. But let's say you don't have that. Well, then you will just roll knowledge, which is a free skill, which is supposed to represent your basic, like, any, like, knowledge that you might have picked up in the past that was like, you know, random fact number, something, something, another. Each category of skills come from a different place in character creation. Or... No. Each category of skills comes from different places. Skills is different and like a knowledge skill, like knowledge geography will not be in a class. Well, it could be like knowledge geography could be a class skill. It could be like knowledge geography could be, you know what? I don't know what I was trying to put here. So it's like when picking skills, you have 4 types: class, background, free, and challenging. I think I'm just going to go into the explanation of what they are. Class skills are skills that the character's class gives. And if it is, and as such, every class skill that the instead of as such, every skill that the class gives has 2 dots. So, because it's your class, you're supposed to be good at it. So if it has 2 dots, you're able to add both your reliability and your ability score. So it takes your reliability and your ability score that skill is under. I think this is closer to like 40k than it is to VTM. I think. But I think VTM is like you add 2 skills together to add modifiers for a roll. In this case, it's, well, not modifiers. I think some of them are, like, one is like dice pool and the other one is like modifier. And I think in this case, for me, it's just modifier. You don't have dice pool. Although that could be interesting. You know... that could be interesting, but I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. No, I don't want to do it. I'll stick with what I got. Has 2 dots. Increasing the dots outside of going up a tier and advancing the character's class. The cost is double the amount of dots. The amount of dots currently... No. Outside of advancing the character's class and being a background skill, the cost is double the amount of dots currently in that skill. Master. Yeah. So let's give it a try. Keep you dreaming out loud tonight. Over. Do it again. Because, okay, so basically, it's like, yeah, you gain that, you gain, uh, so in the case of like Magecraft, which is like what all mages get. All mages get Magecraft. Which is like making spells. Also, magic is gonna be really weird. Well, not really weird, but like different. So Burning Wheel has like this interesting thing where you're able to basically create spells. So what I'm going to have is there's going to be the cookie cutter spells that you can have. But there's also like slightly different versions of those spells that like let's say Fireball. Let's take D&D 5e Fireball. Say you want to reduce its area of effect, but also increase its damage. Or well, not. I don't. If it did increase its damage, it would just be like by one dice, and it would be very significant. Like decrease in area effect, it would be like reduced by 3/4, and you would only get like one dice, and that's if you like succeeded. No, I would say by half. It would be like reduced by half, and you would get like one more dice for like the basic tier Fireball. You would use Magecraft to change that. Another thing would be like cantrips. You could make cantrips. No, I think cantrips are going to stay cantrips. There will be no moving around cantrips. You can make... I will say, with Magecraft, you could make cantrips. For as long as it is, like, super simple, or is, like Frostbolt. It's basically Firebolt, except it does ice damage. I'll allow that. Like, you just use Magecraft to make it. Now, what I will say is if you have Frostbolt, it will have to be, if you're like an elemental spellcaster, and you're like a fire type, like elemental spellcaster, you can't have Frostbolt as a cantrip. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna make it to where you can only have so many cantrips. Yeah. And I think so Runecraft would be slightly different from Magecraft. Runecraft is basically like making talismans and You can make magic items. Magic items being more expensive, but like talismans are like level 1 spells that you can just make. It's still expensive. It's similar to like spell scrolls, except it's more expensive. There's also arrays that I'm thinking about. That would be runecraft. But that would be like, yeah, but it would be like runecraft, and then you're also like an array master, which would be like a special, like that's like down the specialist tree. So like you start out as like a talisman crafter, then you become a rune master. No, you start out as a rune master, then you're a talisman maker, and then you are an array master. Or no. Yes, actually no, I think I'm okay with that. And then from array master, no, not array master, array maker, or formations, no, I would say array maker. And then after array maker, you would have like array master, or no, we'll just leave it at array master. But then it's like, what do you do after you go up another tier? Well, another specialist class is that I would say you could pick is Golemmancer. Basically, you make golems, and actually, yes, that would be like the next thing after array master is you can make golems, because golems require arrays to make. Or at least that's kind of like my thought process. I haven't quite figured out all the classes and like the class trees, I guess I'm gonna say, and the race trees, but that's like my thought process right now. I think one of the races under the cyborg tree is like you're literally just a mech. Like you are a transformer. Anyways, back to skills. Back to skills. Backgrounds. Okay, so background are skills that you either gained from your background in character creation, or was possible to get during character creation. Yeah. No. I think, I think I like that right there better. Because I think I'm thinking of it like you roll ability scores, so that is like what your character was like basically born to be with. Then you have the racial. No. Where did that go? Ah. Wow. Okay, so basically, first thing you do is you choose the character's race tree. Then you roll basic ability scores. Then you do background. Then you do class. Then you pick and fill out skills. Then you pick your flaws. Yes. I like this so much more. I like this better. I like that better. Because then it's like your character is born. What is their what is the race tree that their DNA is gonna go down? Then it is the ability scores. Have they grown up? Let's say in their like teens. What are their ability scores in like their teens? Then you go through your background. Your background can change your ability scores. It can also give you skills. Then you pick a class. Which is like something that happens during your background. Like this is basically a category that you fall under, and then you pick and fill out skills because you have picked your background, you have picked your class, and also during your background you do get skills. But you know what your other background skills are that you could get when you're picking and filling out. Background skills. I think I'll actually no. This is background skills. When gaining a skill from background, you get 1 dot for every time you roll that skill. Background, you get 1 dot for every time you roll that skill. So they're not gonna, if they choose to roll, like in Stars Without Number, they can either choose growth, I'll say like 4 of either growth or learning. And I think I'm going to have it like kind of like how Stars Without Number has it, where it's like a D6 and then like maybe a D8. Might be a D10. I think I might make it a D10. I don't know. No, I might make it a D8. I think a D8 is good. Cause I think D10 is like maybe too much. I'm thinking more like D8. Okay. Another thing. If the skill you no. All background skills take, I don't want to say half cost. I might say half cost outside of the first tick. Take half or dot cost out with exception to the first dot. Half cost to fill in a dot. So that's why if you have a class skill and if there's a background skill that is the same thing as a class skill you got, instead of being double, it is just normal. So normal is basically free skills. It's like it takes 1 to put 1 dot in, 2 for 2 dots, 3 for 3 dots, 4 for 4 dots, 5 for 5 dots. We'll get into I'm gonna get into like what do you use as cost, and it's there's also, I think I'm also going to be putting a limit on class skills. The max you can have in your class skill is the advancement. No, we're gonna say is your character's tier plus 2. Do 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 do. Oh, my stream's being a little poopy right now. Yeah, I like that. So it's like, yeah, it's what your class does because your character does because they have that class. It's just that until they have a class advancement, which is what happens when you upgrade a tier, you can't get any better at it. Night, no. Get louder. Get louder. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Actually, no, I'm gonna end this session for YouTube.